Many thanks for staying tuned. It's still the conversation here on Lagos Television. Not once, not twice, but about three or fourth that the president had to intervene in the crisis rocking Rivers State. But if anything is to go by, judging from the smiling faces and the holding of hands at the last meeting, it might be safe to say that finally President Bola Tinubu has been able to find lasting solution to the to the rivalry between the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike and the suspended governor of Rivers State, Governor Sim Fubara. And of course, on the program this morning, we'll be looking at the peace mission of Mr. President in Rivers politics. What are the odds of whether or not Mr. President had not intervened in this particular situation? And does it mean that sometime soon respite may come the way of Rivers State and the current state of emergency might be lifted? We have a lawyer in the studio this morning whom Jibal and I, of course, will be having this conversation with. It's a pleasure to welcome Barrister Abudu Kehinde on the program this morning. Of course, he is a legal practitioner and a social affairs commentator. Thank you for being here on the program today.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Let's start this way. You know, a lot of people had asked before now that why was Mr. President not intervening enough in the crisis in Rivers State? And we all can cast our minds back to the fact that Mr. President, of course, had called the warring factions to Abuja and given an order that all of their issues be looked into. But again, judging from the last meeting, one would now tend to ask, why does it seem that Mr. President is also interested in a state-level dispute?
Okay, thank you very much. The Constitution allows him to do such as the father of the nation. But before I delve into that area, because so many things are interwoven in it, we'll first look at the man called Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, GCFR. Mr. President is an indefatigable political maestro who does not take a step in vain. If you recall, this is a man who has never lost an election from when he has been contesting. Why do I say this? Let me take you back memory lane. Before 1999, he won an election to the Senate, which was eventually, the dispensation was eventually scuttled, after which he went on exile. He came back during 1999 and all that. Then it was to be Koforola Bokno and himself. But he was able to find his way around and he became the governor. From what we had, we found out that he was supposed to probably spend a time, then Kofo comes in. Then he came in under AD. Please take note of this. He came in under AD. And when he was getting to the final part of his first tenure, the whole thing changed. And when the likes of Ganiu Daudu and, the political fathers there in Lagos State were mostly in, what did he do? He changed and he formed AC and left AD for them. AD is still a political party, but somehow, I don't want to use the word dead because some people are still members of that party. That was when you started hearing the slogan, Jaunsoki. Meaning, at the ballot box, AC is the first party you see. Vote no other party but AC. He won. He did the second time. After which, he held on to the political terrain in Lagos State. Let's be factual. After that, he kept quiet, was targeting what he's targeting. And when the time came, remember he was sponsoring the likes of, what's it called? Ribadu, the Atiku wanted to contest, it came to him. Later, Barry won. So when he now said he wants to go for the presidency, the moment he said it and he got his form, I knew he was going to win because he has never lost any election.
Okay.
He doesn't do anything in vain. Now, you look at his political moves, you will know that his skills is peerless in Nigerian politics. Now, going to the Rivers issue, you mentioned earlier that, why did it take him time to wait when the whole thing first started? And he was looking at it. Don't forget the fact that Wike, who is the FCC minister, everything I'm saying there is my own opinion.
Oh, definitely.
And is the one who somehow controls the River State politics as of today. Don't forget the fact that politics and governance are two different things.
Okay.
Now, the whole thing was going on and all that, was looking at them. 2027 is coming. Every state he can have to win the election, he needs it. He will do it, anything he wants to do with it. Now, looking at it from that end, how do I break a truce, amongst these people? Meanwhile, he has his own eyes too. Don't forget the fact that today, Rivers State is still a PDP state.
Sure.
In 2027 election, he will need Rivers. Which is the person who is in charge of Rivers. Now, looking at Fubara himself, I was surprised. He might be good in governance, but to me, he's not really a politician. If you're a politician, you wouldn't want to confront somebody who were made to believe, bought your form, sponsored the election, did everything. You practically spent little or no money for that election. Immediately after you resumed office as a governor, you started fighting that person. I was initially looking at, where is this muscles coming from? Because talking about morality, you don't have such moral standing to look at.
All right, go ahead, Juba.
Abudu, this is your narration. How does it connect with the intervention, with the intervention of Mr. President?
Yes.
And this new peace deal, is it cosmetic or is it like that of the piece of a graveyard, or is it done deal? Knowing full well, like Abimbola said at the beginning of this program, that we have had agreements and interventions from Mr. President before now, and yet the crisis continued.
Okay. In this particular piece that was brokered, everybody is a winner. Fubara is a winner. Wike is a winner. Mr. President is a winner.
Also.
Good. During the crisis, you recall that there was this Supreme Court judgment which was in favor of Martins Amawuli and his people, who were Wike's boys, so to say. And they came back. Honestly, they were coming. If you look at it, they were coming to impeach him. It's clear. If they impeach him, the stronghold of Wike will remain. What now happens? Tinubu said, okay. From my thinking, okay, let there be state of emergency. Let there be peace as at that time, so that we can talk. One, the people of the state will enjoy peace. There won't be massacre anymore. Parties will start rethinking. And I said, okay, what do I do? Let me bring them on board. Towards the end of the 6 months state of emergency.
Right.
Okay. You recall that in the meeting, he specifically told Fubara not to contest, not to do second term, which he agreed. He would not have said that without any incentive in the kitty for him. Okay? Knowing fully well that this man is a political maestro. I don't want to go cap in hand begging somebody for River State. Let them see that we are all stakeholders here now. He told the other what do you call the condition that he gave Fubara and Wike. Okay, you have your way. You have escaped. You have escaped impeachment. So he won't go down in history that he was an impeached governor while in River State.
Okay.
So that's where he's lucky. That's where he enjoyed what happened.
So how does that make it a done deal?
It's a done deal because every party is having what he or she wants, so to say, in that peace that they brokered. Because if it will go down in history that I was never impeached. And they want you, don't go, although that will amount to a law that it's disenfranchisement. You understand? But inwardly, he will have recalled that I have really not kept the agreement I had with Wiki.
Okay.
That's morally now.
All right.
And in law, there's this saying in Latin, pacta sunt servanda. Agreement made must be kept. He didn't keep it. Maybe now came back to his senses. Apparently, some people might have been pushing him and all that during that period. Where are they now?
Abudu, of course, like you said earlier, I mean, these are your own words, and but then the last meeting will be the first time that we will see Martins Amewule attend a meeting, especially as brokered by Mr. President. On previous occasions, it's been the governor and, of course, Nyesom Wike. But the fact that, the suspended speaker was at the last meeting, did this also suggest that this finally could put to rest all of the issues that might have happened between the lawmakers and the suspended governors, meaning that they probably all had their say before Mr. President, and they've all come to an agreement that going forward, anytime the emergency rule was lifted, all of those agreements will be strictly adhered to?
I am of the fervent view, that there's peace, and there will be peace in River State till Fubara finishes his term.
Okay.
Okay, and the speaker and his gang in quotes will now have way to let's do what we should do as lawmakers in this state. Okay, Nyesom Wike would have been happy that because of maybe for the good governance of River State, I sponsor these people to be there for the people of River State. Now they are working, doing what they should do, which might be his own intention.
Right.
So that's at that part. So there will be peace. I can assure you that.
You're very positive.
Very, very positive. There won't be any rancor again until Fubara finishes his term. Quote me.
Okay. I'm looking at it differently from a different perspective. You did say that Mr. President is a winner, Fubara is a winner, as well as the FCT minister. But when you look at the conditions given to the suspended governor, maybe it's an insinuation, so to say, is not going to run for another term. All the 23 local government chairmen will come from the FCT minister.
Yeah.
These conditions sounds like it's being tossed around or being handled like a lapdog of the FCT minister. So you saying that everybody is a winner, I think it's contrary to what we have on the table.
I'm saying everybody is a winner. I'm just giving you the reason why he is a winner. Because if
with these conditions, is still a winner?
He's still a winner because, one, you won't be impeached anymore. See, politics and governance are two different things.
Sure.
And skills come in here. Political bigwigs in the game will play it. It might appear that it is looking as if it's been disenfranchised because it's right to contest again. But it doesn't end there. This is politics. This is politics. And we've told you, if you like, exercise the rights and see what happens.
Is this not concerning, at least for a lot of Nigerians who, again, saw the genesis of this problem as issues around godfatherism in politics? Okay. And now that we've arrived at this junction where we know that Fubara may return as the governor of Rivers State after the emergency rule has been lifted, and part of the conditions given would be his control also slightly limited as the governor of the state. So, and if you did say that it's a win-win situation for all the parties involved, are we ever going to move away from the issues of godfatherism in Nigerian politics?
Well, that is another kettle of fish.
Okay, how so?
How do I mean? It is not how good you are, how much you can govern, how your position. Can you muster the money to contest an election?
So which means that we're still going to deal with money politics in Nigeria?
Until it fades away. I can't see it fading away so
anytime soon.
Yes. Because, for instance now, nothing stops me from
contesting.
But the constitution says that, oh, I have all the rights, I'm qualified, and all that.
Well, do you have the money?
Do I have the money?
Or do you have somebody who can sponsor you?
So somebody who says, okay, because they've seen politics as business. I don't know how we'll go about it.
Right.
Until it is done away with, it will continue. Because if, for instance, money back believe that, oh, Mr. Kehinde is fit and proper to be here and all that. Okay, it doesn't have such money. You can't. Let me back you up.
Okay.
Some might back you up so as to fulfill their dream that somebody who is fit and proper should be in that position, be it governor, be it senate, be it anything. But some will say, hello, Alpha, and you're not doing the bid, just like what I think happened between Fubara and Wike.
Okay.
And in the mid, not even in the middle, at the beginning of your term, you started, no.
So you have to follow through once you.
If you know that you don't want that, when he was giving you his condition to support you, you say no. But now that you have agreement made, must be kept. It is because, I want to believe that it is because he was unable to fulfill the agreement. Okay, he wants to carry out a coup. Some people have done it in the past, and they went away with it, they won. Okay, but in this case, you don't get that kind of power.
You have to say it in the local parliament.
Okay, in all of this, we all know that democracy is all about the people. Where lies the interest of the people in all these business transactions of politics, like you rightly said? And Fubara showing his color at the beginning of his tenure, do you think Wike can ever trust him that much again?
No, the trust is gone. Forget it. You see, the worst people you can offend in this political game is somebody who thinks, oh, you are my person, I want to go all out for you. There is no 99% loyalty.
In politics.
100. So the moment you fail that, the trust is gone. It is gone. So you can't trust Fubara again. He might use it for something else, or he might, because you see the particular section of number of there's this book by Robert Greene, 98 Laws of Power. If you say you are loyal to somebody, it has to be 100. once it is less one, forget
There's a
it.
problem.
Yeah,
However, you might not be the enemy of that person because they will tell you, the book also says that your enemy, you can still use your enemy to achieve what you want. But you just have to be careful and know what to use with it because your enemy will still want to say, I'm still loyal. He will be giving you everything you want. That's exactly what you want from him.
Okay, what about the people now? Where's the interest of the people
You
in
see,
all of this?
it's unfortunate that in all this game, nobody is talking about the interest of the people,
Right.
which is saddening. You understand? But who knows? God can enter or minister into the people in power to start doing what is due so that they can leave their own name on the sands of time. Maybe.
May I cut you in there? Why suddenly are we having God in this conversation? Because I'm thinking, so if God has given man all of the things that you need to govern your people, to be a leader, why then are we saying that maybe God will come into their mind? I mean, why do you need God to come into your mind here?
We need God here because from what I had in the holy books that God appoints leaders and gives the people the kind of leader they need.
Not the one they deserve.
Okay, I'll use the word deserve. You understand? Because if you look at it, with this godfatherism here and there and all that, even what the people want, can he get there?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm just playing the devil's advocate here, and I'm just
Sorry, one minute. Look at what happened in the last dispensation. A professor, an SAN, being second in command to the then president. You understand? It goes about, do I have such money? Somebody must back you up now.
Yeah, so
So he tried his best to, be the good person that he is, being the, govern, do little governance once in a while when the president,
is not available.
Is not around. Imagine if he had all it takes, or there's no godfatherism, no money politics. See what might have happened.
Right. I'm still going back to the God factor thing. So sometimes don't you think that deliberately our politicians also hide under the God factor to also not to want to deliver on, all of their promises, waiting on God, waiting on that time that God will actually touch their hearts?
You see, God will not tell you the time and when He will touch your heart. You just see yourself doing what He wants you to do.
That's if there's a connection.
God does not need your connection to ask you to do what He wants you to do. He doesn't need your connection. He will use you when He wants to use you. Sorry, I'm talking religion now.
No, it's fine. I mean, we're a religious nation.
You understand? But that is how God works. But given what is on ground, imagine if you want, I was made to understand that if you want to contest for House of Rep, you need about over ₦1 billion. I don't understand.
Okay.
Governorship, you need more than that. Senate, do you understand?
Yeah, but you just said our politics is politics
Money
of money.
That's what I'm saying, that because they don't have such money, there's nothing they do in Senate that can't handle properly. Even governorship.
Only the money part.
But they don't have such money.
And the Godfather.
I might meet Godfather tomorrow. You understand? That's how it is.
Yeah. Abudu, let's quickly go back. Ajibala asked the question earlier, talking about the people. And you did say that it's quite unfortunate that in all of this, the people are on the last pyramid of what, everybody's thinking about. But now that we have this peace deal in place, going back to what Fubara said at the end of that meeting, that there was no prize that was too big for the peace
of the people
of River State and then governance of the people. In those, it's been almost 2 years that he became the governor of that state. If you take a look at the developments that should have come to Rivers State, but that was stalled because there was no peace, the demolition of the House of Assembly, and all of those other issues that were there, and him not making that that phrase that there was no peace that would be too big for the sake of the people. Now that there is actually peace, we presume this peace will be lasting.
It's going to be lasting.
And then soon, we also hope that Mr. President will lift the state of emergency.
No, since they broke out peace.
But we still have to wait on Mr. President to do that, to lift it. So when that is done, what should Sim Fubara concentrate on?
God bless you.
As soon as he assumes
I was waiting for that
governorship
again. Question. You see, if he's sensible now, now that he's been humbled, because he made that statement because I believe that he's been humbled. Yes. Now, if he goes back into himself, do I really want to leave my name
in gold
in River State? Do I really want to leave an indelible mark? The little time he has now, let him focus on going up to the point that, with what he has to govern.
Okay.
So that at least people of River State, it might, with that, creates a good name in the hearts of the people of River State. Who knows? This is just another dispensation. He's a young man. He's not 60 years. He's in his 50s. I think he just close to sometime ago or something.
50 something.
Yes. 2007 will come and go. All right? If he does that, believe you me, some people will be there who will say, come rain, come sunshine, I will be with this man. He will still have his people.
Definitely.
An example is, with due respect to Babatunde Raji Fashola, okay, I see him as a technocrat. He's not really a politician. But didn't we see his impact in Lagos State?
He learns on the job.
We did. So he made use of the Godfatherism for the betterment of the people of Lagos State.
Right.
So he has such chance now. Knowing fully well that you're not doing anything to say you're looking for a second term, just mind your lane, be your BRT and do what you can in governance for River State.
Okay.
Okay. For those elders of River State and some elements who were beating the drums of war, then telling Fubara that you can dare the FCT minister, he has never done anything special. What do you have to say to them? Because these people will still go back to Fubara and tell him that, okay, some of these agreements, they are not cast in stone.
Let him try it now. Those people who were behind him, they were milking him. Milking him, they're sycophants, which is normal in politics. It is you that will now use your brain. You say, okay, I've had you. None of you went there with me to go and continue to fight Wike or Mr. President. He should now come to terms with himself. Now let me face governance with this little 2 years or something. Yes.
But will he day his day now?
Is that?
Will he day his day? That's Wike slang. Day your day, make a day my day.
No, you have
And
to
Wike will sing that agreement is agreement.
Oh yes, agreement is agreement. He's a lawyer, so he must have the phrase I used initially, that pacta sunt servanda, agreement made must be kept.
Okay. Because for the benefits of this conversation, because we're again looking at the president's intervention in this particular issue, and I know you mentioned something along this path of the question I want to ask you in your submission earlier, that River State is very dear to Mr. President's heart, especially
all the states.
Well, all the states, including Rivers, towards the 2027 election. So is this for Mr. President a peace deal for total peace in Rivers for the sake of governance, or peace in Rivers for the sake of 2027?
It's deep.
Very deep. I said earlier that I was a bit scared. But anyway, let me quickly answer you. You see, I said it earlier that it's a win-win
situation for everybody.
the three of them. Now, come 2027, I won't be surprised that whoever is coming in now to contest for Rivers State will join APC. So it doesn't need to go cap in and how do we get Rivers? It's automatic.
No,
Note it.
Wike remains a PDP member.
Okay. And he's doing everything he should do for APC.
He's a minister in the APC government.
Yes. And you want to call it an all-inclusive government.
Yes.
I agree with
Everybody's involved.
I agree with you.
Right.
So this is for 2027, right?
Don't take it
Because
out.
that was a
Don't rule it out.
Don't rule it out.
Okay.
As it is right now, there are 3 kingmakers in River State.
And they are?
Wike, Mr. President, okay, true.
Wike and Mr. President.
Yes.
They are the kingmakers.
As it is right now, though it's not
full blown.
It's not full blown.
Okay.
You understand? Because if somebody, if the supporters of Fubara will think well and see what happened, he was saved. He's still in the game. If he had been impeached, given the way Martins, Amawuli and his gang were coming, with the support of the Supreme Court judgment, he would have been long gone.
Right.
Okay, all these interventions, drama, argument of River State, and what we've been able to broker, according to Mr. President, the peace deal, what does it portend for our democracy going forward?
Talking seriously now again, the peace deal is saving lives in River State. There won't be any war anymore. People can go about their businesses without molestation, fear, or anything. Okay? If Fubara comes in, using a language now, that if they lift the
state of emergency,
and it comes in, it will do, it is presumed that it will believe that it will do what it should do for governance of the people of Rivers. The people of Rivers will still enjoy what's going on. It's not just that it's unfortunate that such a thing happened.
Haven't they been shortchanged?
I wouldn't know that, because I wouldn't want to say that, because immediately Fubara left, somebody went there as an administrator, who I think the allocations were still being given to him for him to govern the state.
But he wasn't elected by the people.
And that is what, during the state of emergency, which is enshrined in our constitution, there won't be vacuum.
Right. And the president has the powers to appoint.
To do it.
Okay.
That's why the administrator is there, and they never said that the allocations to River State have been stopped. No. It didn't touch the judiciary, it didn't touch any other thing there.
Right.
But to replace
the elected
the governor.
Okay.
So that there won't be vacuum in the state. So they're not losing anything. And that they will enjoy more and give us the peace. The president and the other players, brokered. They're not losing anything.
All right.
All the allocations and all that will still,
They still got it.
They still got it.
All right, we'll have to leave this conversation here this morning. I'm sure that our guest has been able to give an insight, of course, into the conversation this morning, talking about Mr. President's intervention in the peace deal in the Rivers politics. Thank you so much, Abudu Kehinde, legal practitioner and social affairs commentator, for finding time to be with us on the program.
You're welcome.
You landed safely. That's it on the side of the table this morning. We took a quick break. When we return, Adebimpe will be here with our Lagos conversation.
The views expressed on this program do not represent that of the producer, management of Lagos Television, or the Lagos State Government. They remain the perspectives of those expressing them. Thank you for staying with Lagos Television.